Naomi, welcome here.
Thank
And
you.
I would love you to tell a little bit about yourself to our audience, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jay, for having me. So I'm a financial planner. Basically, what I do is help people get their money working harder for them. I empower female business owners with their money, with their finances, with down-to-earth translated financial advice to bring calm, confidence, and control around your money.
Okay, I would like to start with a big question. Why do so many women, even successful women business owners, feel anxious or even sometimes overwhelmed when it comes to money and specifically investing?
Okay, really great question, Jay. The first thing I want to say is money, finance, investing, it is complicated, okay? For so many people, and so often it just does not make sense. But why there is that overwhelm, I definitely don't think it's got anything to do with a lack of ability. I think that there has been this conditioning for a lot of us. We're often socialized to be careful with our money rather than confident with it. And I think confidence, we've already talked about it, confidence, money confidence is so important. And then, of course, it's that fear of getting it wrong. So, a lot of women have been made to feel judged or dismissed, whether that's by the finance industry or whether that's just by family traditions, where it's very much like, oh dear, you shouldn't be doing that. And I think a lot of women, a lot of us women may have negative experiences around that. So I just think that plays a factor. And really, finally, in the end, it's usually not about the numbers. There is a lot of emotion attached to this. I think a lot of us carry with us our money stories. So a money story is what happened to you in childhood, any experiences that you've had from being young or in relationships, whether that's success, whether that's safety. Independence is also really important. A lot of women are not uh, able to feel independent if they're not maybe the main breadwinner in the family, and therefore they don't have that ability to be control or confident with the money because they don't have that independence. So try to stay calm and clear with your finances. That's how I help people.
Mm.
But also, really important, whether it's talking to someone like me, but translate, simplify, and let's normalize the whole experience when it comes to money and when it comes to investing.
I work with women and I always see these money, success equals worth, and many other things. When you work with women clients, what are the most common emotions you notice when they first talk about money?
Yeah. The first one is overwhelm. There's always so much to do. They are just so overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. So there's this confusion in
Mm,
there as well. Where do I start? What does it all mean? There is a definite fear.
mm-hmm,
What if I mess this up?
mm-hmm.
Um, and because it's money, this is something that I think people build a lot of emotion. This is so important. You can't do anything without money. If I mess this up, this is it. This is
Mm,
end game, which I think is really important to get rid of that. There's guilt.
mm,
You've got to prioritize family. You've got to, if you're a business owner, you've got to prioritize maybe staff or the team. You prioritize everything over yourself. So then there's this guilt about, if I'm looking after the finances, I am I prioritizing that? Am I letting something else go?
mm,
Whereas
mm,
you can kind of have your cake and eat it.
mm.
And then there's shame. You get into this cycle. I was overwhelmed, I was confused, I was frightened, I was guilty, so I've not done it. I should have done this earlier. So what, maybe not now. And then it becomes this big wall and this big barrier. Also, I want to just say, anybody watching this, well done. We
Right?
need to celebrate. This is like a step, right? Break it down into simple steps. The
Mm,
fact that anyone is watching this, if you're watching this, you have taken that first step.
What myths about investing do you wish every woman would unlearn?
Okay, right. There's so many. So I'm just going to whiz through those, Jay, because as you say, let's unlearn them. First of all, it's too late, right? It's never ever too late, okay? It's also never too early, but it's never too late. All right? You know, yes, the best day was yesterday, the second best day is now.
Mm.
Right. I need loads of money to start. Absolutely untrue. Start with what you've got. You've worked hard for it. Let's make sure it works hard back for you. I'm not good with numbers. Don't need to be good with numbers. It's not maths heavy. It's all about mindset. It's about planning, and it's just about feeling calm and in control.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say, oh, investing is risky. There is always an element of risk, but not investing is often a bigger risk. Remember that. More to lose by not taking that step. And the final one is I should wait until everything is perfect and stable. Jay, do you clean your house before a cleaner comes? Do you fix a shelf before the handyman comes to do it? No, we don't do that. That's not how it works, okay? Perfection is the biggest wealth killer. Let's just not go with that. It's about consistency, clarity, confidence, and perfect purpose, not perfection.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I guess everything that you said, it's all aligned with business life as well. So and I love everything that you said, especially, you know, not investing is riskier. What is the one simple but powerful first step every woman business owners or every woman could take today to start feeling more in control?
Right. First thing is easy. It doesn't take any actions. It's know your numbers. You don't have to know everything down to the last penny. Know what you've got and where it is. Just the key ones. You know, I would say whether it's if it's to do with your business, what are you spending? What's your profit? What, you know, what's tax? But also just look at the how much have you got in the bank, how much have you got in the pension, and just know what you've got. A lot of people have got a lot of pensions around. I would say that's the most important thing. Once you know you've got that, make sure you've got a rainy day fund, create a buffer for unexpected situations, just a bank account, start saving a small amount every month, every week, or whatever works, a little bit out of every time you're paid. That will work a treat. I would designate once a week a 20-minute money date for you, just for you to kind of look at what's coming in, what's going out. Jay, you instill this in your business coaching and everything, and just talk about money with someone you trust. Don't have to tell them your innermost financial secrets, but break the silence.
Probably one of my biggest fighting against the stats in business, etc., is really making sure that women have financial freedom. We are in a world where money counts, and if you're not free financially right now, you might be in a great relationship that holds you up. That's great, but things can change, and what's going to happen when you are retired or when you are at that age. So it's really important for me to make sure that women have their control over their finance. And everybody has a different way of explaining it. So, as a financial planner, can you tell me how would you describe financial freedom?
Yeah, financial freedom is so important, but it's very difficult to define. I say freedom is not a number. Financial freedom is that feeling of calm, clarity, confidence, and control with your money. It's that safety, autonomy, and choice. Um, Financial freedom is about being able to make decisions from a place of power and not panic. And just knowing that your money's working harder for you and it's just not sitting still. And I think for us business owners, it's that ability to shape a life that works for us. We're not squeezing ourselves around our finances. We've got a life that we've built. Most people, most women that are business owners, may have done this to create that flexibility, or because it gives that flexibility. So financial freedom is being able to do that, and be able to be grounded in that confidence and control.
I love every word of this. Thank you so much. People, you see the wealth of knowledge combined with compassion. Seriously, I don't think that there is many financial advisors out there who can combine that. It's like expertise around a very cold and taboo topic, combined with a lot of compassion, non-judgmental approach. So thank you very much for being here and reminding us what is important. Thank you again for your time. I know you're a busy woman,
Thank you so
and thank
much,
you for
Jen.
answering to all our questions. I can't wait our audience to listen to you. Thank you.